Hey everyone, my name is Evan Taucher. I'm really looking forward to playing you some tunes today. Thank you so much for watching and being here. What an incredible audience and so many incredible artists. It's super inspiring. I'm going to be playing you some pieces on the classical guitar, the nylon string, Spanish guitar, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not going to be playing just like hits of the classical guitar repertoire. I'll be playing a couple of tunes you might recognize. But I'll also be playing a piece that was originally written for piano, and as well as a few of my own original pieces that I've composed over the past couple of years. So I'll be saying a little bit about the pieces. Stay tuned for this. I'm really hoping you'll enjoy. These are pieces I'm really passionate about. So the first set is going to be a set of two Catalonian folk song arrangements by the Catalonian guitarist Miguel Llobet. They're titled Testament de Emilia and Canso de Lladre. Canso de Lladre meaning Song of the Thief. I'm going to be playing those as a pair, and I think you'll hear the contrast between them. Thanks so much for listening. Like I mentioned, those are two Catalonian folk songs by Miguel Llobet, and you might hear the difference in the type of techniques of harmonics using those two. The first one, in Testament d'Amelia, we have artificial harmonics, where I'm using 2 fingers in my right hand to pluck the harmonics like this. And then in the other piece, in Canso de Lladre, you hear me using natural harmonics, which are just simply in the left hand here. Anyways, next up, I'm going to be playing you a piece by the Spanish composer Isaac Albéniz. He was a pianist that toured around the world, and he was a Spanish pianist. So he was influenced a lot by the folk music that was heard in the streets in all the different cities that he traveled to and visited and lived in. And this piece, I think, works particularly well on the guitar because of that reason, because of all the influence of the Spanish music, the flamenco music that was in the streets. It translates nicely to the guitar, I think. But of course, there's some things that the guitar can't do that the piano can, and some things that the guitar can do that the piano can't, like harmonics and color changes and some of those more magical guitar things. So I hope you enjoy it. Its title is Pavana, Capricho, and it's a sort of whimsical dance. Hopefully you get that nature into it. It's got a very minor section and a very beautiful, joyful, happy section. So hope you enjoy. All right, that was titled Pavana Capricho by Isaac Albéniz, the Spanish pianist, as I mentioned. And as you can tell, that one has a harmonic section that's very similar to Canto di Adre, right? Almost in the same key and everything, right? Makes it kind of a cool relationship between those two pieces, even though they had nothing to do with each other. Anyways, thanks so much for listening to this performance today, along with everyone else's. And I'm going to finish by playing 3 pieces that I've written, 2 of which I've written the past year or so. The first one, I'm going to introduce all of them at the same time because they're very short pieces. They're all about less than a minute. The first one is titled Bloomed, and you can think of that as the bloom of coffee or the bloom of a flower, of course. And this one relates to my sense of smell because when I do have a sense of smell, which is very rare, I haven't had a sense of smell since the beginning of high school or something. So like when I was about 15 years old is when I started to lose my sense of smell. And every now and then it comes back. And when I smell something, a lot of times it's coffee because I'm constantly making coffee. It makes me really happy. But it's followed by this period of sadness where it's like, oh, this is amazing, but I can't always have this. So you might hear that in this piece. The next one that I'll be playing after that is titled Everly. It's named after my niece, who was just born a little bit over a year ago, and the piece is a little bit exploring that feeling of everything is magic, right? That children have when they're looking around at the world. Everything is new to them. When you blow bubbles, anything, right? And then the last piece I'll play for you is titled Exiting, and it's kind of like an exiting march sort of thing. And it uses some palm muting, or as we call it in the guitar technique, pizzicato. Anyways, I hope you enjoy, and thanks so much for listening today while I get tuned up here. And for the final piece of today, for me at least, is titled Exiting, like I mentioned. And before I play it, I just want to thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for listening, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of the music today.